Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Shall we begin the session? Yes, today's topic is a digital circuit of computer system. Now the next part is a pen and the paper system that is used and the stylus. So this is also an input device that we can use for the teaching purpose, for the e-learning, whatever the e-learning concept that we have studied about. So one is the pens, one is the stylus. So yeah, this is also a touch screen keyboard. Then because the usage of the pen stylus. Now, this is again the next one device, that is MICR, magnetic ink character recognition, that is used for the in the bank for detecting the checks, for detecting the error, for detecting the 6-digit code that is available within the check, that is below the check, or we can see the inside the check. So MICR. So one is the keyboard, one is the mouse, one is the pen with the stylus, one is the MICR. So last one is the MICR. The next one is the barcode reader. This is the barcode reader that is available over here. So this is 01A2B. This is the barcode reader that is used to read the barcode. Then optical character recognition system that is used to put the readers for the blind, and that is used for automatic input of the text and can do the typewritten text and handwritten block text. Whatever the handwritten block text, whatever the input system, whatever the optical character recognition system that is available for the input, that is available for the automatic input of the text. And the problems with the cursive handwriting recognition that is also used to the input system, that is also one of the category of the input system. These are essentials. One is the digital thermometer, one is the accelerator, one is the scale code, that is the weighting scale. This is again the input system that is used for the same. For example, if I am talking about thermometer, like the digital thermometer that beeps a sound, that is again the input system. The next one is the camera system, that is the survival and the surveillance and the monitoring and user instruction, robot guidance, whatever the robot guidance, whatever the infrastructure, and whatever the video conferencing procedure that we are using. That is the info system that is used to the day-to-day scenario that is used to the user instruction. Then when we say about the voice, that is again the info system, right? Because we are speaking and we can also record our voice. For example, the best example is that right now I am recording my lecture, that is a automatic lecture, so this voice will be recognized, this voice will be the info system. Then hands-free for car phones, then assistant for the disabled. So there is also assistant for the disabled system, disabled person. So this is the voice recognition, then hands-free car phones, and assistant for the disabled. The next one is the key concept or the key components. One is the input, then output, then storage, and processors. These are the four concepts that is used in the keyboard system that is used in the computer. One is input, then output. What is the input that is given? One is the output that is given. One is the storage, how we can store the data. Then there is the processor. That means CPU or the processor by which we can access the data, by which we can store the data. That is the processor. The next one is the output systems. The output that is, for example, one of the example is soft copy, then modem, then disk or tape, then hard copy. So these are the basic output system that is available and that is used within the computer. So one is the soft copy, one is the modem, one is the disk or tape, one is the hard copy. Now the soft copy includes the word synthesis, then music, then CRT, this is cathode ray tube, then LCD, liquid crystal display. The next one is a modem, that is a modulator and the demodulator that allows the computer to communicate over the telephone line. So whenever we allow the computer to communicate, how to communicate over the telephone line, that is known as the modem. The next one is a disk, that is a magnetic disk, that may be a floppy disk, that may be a hard disk. The next one is a optical disk, the next one is the storage devices. Then output is converted into the hard copy, that is given, then microfilm, non-impact pictures or the printer, then impact printer. So this is again the hard copy, that is how we can say the printer. One of the hard copy example is a microfilm, one is the next example is a non-impact printer, next example is a impact printer. So again the hard copy, that is a non-impact printer, that is again divided into four parts. One is a laser printer, one is a thermal transfer, one is a thermal and the electrostatic transfer, one is a magnetic transfer. Then impact printer is again divided into two parts. One is that is available in the government offices, that is a dot method printer. One is a line printer that we are using. That is again the impact printer, that means they are impacting the line, that is a line printer. Then again the key components: input, output, storage, processor. Then these are the storage system, that is one is a temporary memory, one is a permanent mass storage. These are the units of the storage. This is 1 bit, then 8 bits equals to 1 byte. So 1 byte contains 8 bits, then 1 kilobyte contains 1024 bytes. Then 1 megabyte equals to 104857 bytes, that is that is equals to the 1 MB. That is 2 by 20. The memory, that is again divided into two parts, RAM and the ROM. So whatever the instruction that is stored in the RAM, that is available over here. Then read-only memory, non-volatile memory won't disappear when the power is low. And the random access memory, that is again the read-write memory, volatile in nature, and the single inline memory module, that is a 4 megabytes or 4 megabytes in a stick of chewing gum. That is RAM and the. The next one is the optical disk. This is 15,000 tracks per inch. Digital code used by the laser. Then 650 megabytes in a 4.75 plastic platter. Then CD-ROM, that is a warm erasable disk. This is the optical disk. Next one is the CD-ROM, that is a compact disk. Yes, this is the read-only memory file. And there is a 21 or the 12 centimeter optical disk that is capable of storing 72 minutes of very high quality video using the MPEG, that is a motion picture export through compression. Then next one is the CD-ROM, that is again the we can use, or we can say that write once, read many. So any doubts anyone till here? Okay, so let's move to the next one, that is the WORM series, that is the write once, read many times series. This is a powerful laser light or powerful laser bulbs in the digital code that is not erasable, we can say. And the lower power laser beams or the power laser reads the digital pattern. Then erasable series, that is used with the laser series or laser speed and write the information. Also use a magnetic material, and to write a laser beam heats a tiny spot and a magnetic field is applied to reverse the magnetic polarity. Whatever the magnetic polarity that is used, that is applied to the erasable series, that can be used with a magnetic material, that is a worm. The next one, storage device, is magnetic disk, that is a circular platter coated with a magnetic material, and the floppy disk, this is 3.5, 360 kilobyte to 2.88 megabyte, that is 1.44 is common. Then hard disk, that is again 1.3, 1.8, 2.5, 3.5, 5.25. That is again 120 megabytes to over 6 gigabyte. That is 6 gigabyte is 6 GB that is used over here. Then 40 GB hard drive, that is 20,000 pages of text. Then 650 megabytes CD, this is again 325,000 pages of text. Then 17 GB, that is 17 gigabytes DVD, that is again 8,500,000 pages of text. When height of the reed head above magnetic space, that is 2 millions of an inch. Then smoke particle, this is again 250 millions of an inch. Then fingerprint, this is about 620 millions of an inch. Then dust particle, this is around 1500 millions of an inch. Then human hair, this is again 3000 millions of an inch. Then next one is the processor, hardware and the software. So one is a keyboard. The next one is a display, system unit, storage, printer. So one is a keyboard that is used with the computer system. Then display unit, what we are using as a display unit. Then system unit, storage, printer. Then key components are the input, then output, then storage, then processor. Whatever the input, whatever the processor, whatever the term that is used, that is used with the input, output, storage, and the processor, the same term that we are using over here. The next one is a hardware, one is a microprocessor that affects the computation, then Intel 80486, 80586, then Motorola 68040, then PowerPC, MIBS, Alpha Spark, and clock speed that is 50 to 600 megahertz. Then next one is used as a memory, that is again the memory device or the hardware device that is again divided into two parts. One is the primary memory, one is the secondary memory. Then the storage and the IC integrated circuits or the chips is used, that is used with the communication with the other devices. In hardware, this will take much more time or much more to come on the topic of the hardware security. Now, again, next part is software. That is, this is the important part. What is a software? That is divided into two parts, or the set of the instructions that we cannot touch, that is intangible in nature. Now, software has a two parts. One is the application software, one is a system software. And then system software is again divided into two parts. One is the operating system, one is the programming language. Again, application software is divided into two parts. One is a general purpose, one is a special purpose. For example, if I'm saying about the inventory management system, that comes under the special purposes. So software is divided into two parts. One is the system software, one is the application software, and the system software is operating system, programming languages, and general purpose and the special purpose. Then operating system, that is the user interfaces, the software which is responsible for passing the information to and from the person using the program, using the user, that is known as the user interface. This is the operating system by which it is responsible for passing the information to and from the system. Then next one is communicate with and control the system. Whatever the communication, whatever the controlling that we have done, whatever the tasks we have done, that communicates with and controls the computer. That is again the operating system, because operating system is one of the main categories, because right now I'm teaching you with the help of the operating system only. Why? Because if there is no Windows in my laptop, in my computer, there is no way to install, there is no way to use the operating system. While the user interface is the software that is responsible for passing the information to and from the system or from the person using the program. That may be a user, that may be a the next one is communicate with and control the system. So operating system also communicate well and also controls the system. And there are three types of the user interfaces. One is the graphical user interface, one is the menu-driven interfaces, one is the command-driven interface. Yes, graphic user interfaces like we are using the window, that is the graphical tool and graphical tool that we are using, that is easy to use. The menu driven, to the use of the menu, for example, if I'm talking about the website of any organization, there are multiple menus or menus that is given and that can be multiple parts, that is the menu driven interfaces. Then command driven, for example, if I'm talking about the Linux, those that is a command driven interface. Then GUI, that includes the pictures, that includes the graphical symbols, icons to represent the command. Then Windows, a way of looking in on several applications at once. So there are multiple applications that looking in with the application with the operating system. So menu-driven interfaces have a menu bar, pull-down menu for the choices. Then command-driven have a system prompt. That means, for example, if I'm talking about the MySQL that have a system prompt, users type some single letter, word, line, which is translated into an instruction for the computer. For example, if I'm talking about the CP that is used for the copy from the source to the destination. Uh, yes, it is also used in C or the C++, that I agree, but it is used in a command-driven program, or it is used in a command-driven. For example, if I'm talking about the SQL, there's a SQL software how to write the commands like select star from employee, select name, city from employee. So whatever the application we are using, that is a CP, source, destination. And it needs to be very familiar with the syntax, grammar of the command language. Why? Because if semicolon is missing or the one extra comma is available, that gives a syntax error or the grammatical error of the command language. Now we have finished, we have covered with the operating system. Next part is the programming language, I think. No, it's the theory of the operating system only. This is the software that manages the overall operation of the computer system, whatever the tool we are using, so it manages each and everything within the computer system, which operating system. And the main purpose is to support application program that hides the details of devices from the application programs. There's a shell that is for the user interface. There's a network interface that coordinates multiple tasks into a single computer. Then the task scheduler that coordinates of the multiple tasks in a single computer. Then kernel, that is software which ties the software to the hardware. This is one of the important parts. Because whatever the tool, whatever the query we are giving in the operating system, for example in the doors, in the Linux that is operating system. So whatever the query we are giving in the kernel, so kernel helps the software to bind with the hardware. Then again, operating system is also responsible for the file handling, that is a collection of the information, whatever the information that is stored on the disk. Then this need to be formatted to allow them to store information. Then OS also manages location of the files on the disk. Then OS also performs input output to the disk. Then checks and corrects the error on the disk input output. Then there is a device driver which handles the various hardware devices, for example, mouse, keyboard, CD, video, etc. For example, an application wants to print a document that is used for that course operating system that sends the information to the device driver. Then the printer driver also handles all the controls of the printer. You just read out all these things. Now the next part is the types of operating system. One is a single tasking operating system, multitasking operating system, single user, multi-user operating system. These are the basic categories of operating system. One is single tasking that runs on one application at a time. Multitasking, more than one application can be active at the same time. For example, at the same time we are running at the internet, we are running at the Word, Excel, PowerPoint, whatever the application we are running. So one is single tasking, one is multitasking. The next one is the doors, that is single tasking, command driven, huge number of applications written for the doors, does not require a powerful computer, no network devices, no network services, no multimedia extensions, then designed for the Intel 80 into 86 processor. The next one is a Macintosh, that is a multi-tasking. This is the single tasking, this is a multitasking. So Macintosh, where is Macintosh? Yes. Windows is again the GUI that can run those programs that have a network services. Then has a multimedia extension that requires a large amount of memory, display, powerful processor. Then Macintosh, multitasking, GUI finder, very easy to use, graphically oriented, network services, multimedia extension designed for the Motorola and the PowerPC computers of the processor. Then these are the application software that is we are going to study. One is a special purpose, that is payroll. Payroll is used for the different to different. For example, our organization have a different payroll, your organization have a different payroll. Then accounting, then bookkeeping, entertainment, yes, statistical analysis. There is a statistical analysis. Then general purpose, that is we are using MS Word, desktop publishing, that is Excel, database, then internet browser. So again, it is using this one. One is the programming languages, one is the operating system, one is the general purpose, one is the